Hey, Saurabh this side. In this lecture, I will provide the difference between a cast and a convert, and also provide the difference between a convert.toString and a toString. In the previous lecture, I have provided details about the typecasting with an example. So here, I provide a difference between a cast and a convert. In the previous lecture, as I show you that while using a cast, means while converting the value of one type to another type, that's having lots of data. But while using a convert, it rounds off the data to the nearest ones if I place the one value after the decimal. So I will show you with an example here. Suppose if I type like data type double and like any type of object of it, variable name, something like 1.6 suppose. And then after what I'm just doing, I'm just using a cast operator. So for the cast operator syntax, I will show you in the previous lecture. You can prefer this also for understanding the cast operator, like how we are casting one type to another type. So I'm just using a parenthesis and then after converting into int double, then console dot write line and just I here. Then after I'm just using convert, then int of j is equal to suppose convert dot to int 32. I'm just using d there. Then I'm just printing the value at console dot write line and just printing j. So if I'm writing here, that is cast, and then here convert. So what is going to gives the output? I will show you with an example here. Look at the cast value is showing 1, means it can be casting like 1.6 and showing the output only 1. It having loss of data is 0.6 in the cast, but while converting it round off the data 1.6 to the nearest ones, that is 2. So that's why it's showing at 2 here. So that's the difference between cast and a convert. And also another difference is so if conversion is not possible in a cast, then through and like it's showing an error message at a compile time. But what happened in convert, it haven't show any type of compile time message or run compile time. It directly show the exception while run our application, means it's throwing an exception at the runtime. So I will show you with an example here. In the previous example, I show you these type of things. So what happened? Suppose I am writing like a string str is equal to hello. Then after what I'm going to do, I'm just casting the value like cast, and suppose integer I is equal to, I'm just casting the value type int and str. So look at what's going to do. It's showing an error message like compile time cannot convert type string to int. So this type of the a compile time message shown to us. But what happens if I am using convert? So int I is equal to and then convert dot to int 32 and then str. Look at it haven't shown any type of compile time error, but just I am going to print the value, that one is I. So while running the application, look at it's throwing a runtime exception there, that system.format exception input string was not in a correct format. So this time exception throw and a runtime while using convert.toString. So this one is also a difference between cast and a convert. So moving on the next slide. Difference between ToString and a Convert.ToString. So while using a ToString, if there's a null value in a string, then it's through an exception. That run null reference exception is shown to us. But while Convert.ToString, if I'm using, then what happen? It handles the null string value, means it doesn't throw any type of exception on that time. I will show you with an example of this here. So if I'm using str as null, then suppose if I'm using str or something like that, str1 or str null, str2string is equal to str.toString and then after, if I'm using second one, string str convert to string value, then after convert dot to string, then passing the value str, and then for both of cases I'm just printing the value console.writeLine and then str to string, and then for this console.writeLine and then str convert to string and then printing the value. So firstly I'm checking about, like here I'm using ToString, and about this convert.toString. For example, look at what happened in the first case. Look at what. Now here what is showing to us, while str.toString I'm converting directly a null value, it's showing a null reference exception, means object reference not to set an instance of object, it doesn't handle the null value. But if I comment these lines, these two lines, then after again run the application while using only Convert.toString, it handles the null value easily. Look at the cursor move from one place to another. That means it haven't shown any value, but conversion is successfully done while using Convert.toString. So this is the main difference between Convert.toString and a ToString. Now moving on the next slide. So in the next lecture, I will provide the details about the if statement, if else, and also the nested if else statement with example. Thank you.